Hey! Hey there! Today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated bunny build. With the huge buffs and so many descendants, I will be making their updated builds together with the component cores. Aside from the descendant buffs, the movement speed cap was also increased to 1,600. The things I discovered during my testings for Bunny, some I already expected, some I pre-calculated, but essentially, Bunny just got an insane buff to her tech and to her damage output. Before, when we still had 1,300 speed, Bunny's pulse rate was at 360 milliseconds per pulse, and it was not enough to overtake the damage gain when using the electric condensed fusion build. I already interpolated the updated pulse rate for Bunny using the inverse proportion when we have 1,600 speed, and I arrive at 292 milliseconds. But upon testing the pulse rate at 1,600 speed, it's at 0.27 pulses per second. The difference between 360 milliseconds and 270 milliseconds may sound and look like it does not matter, but this is actually a huge buff to Bunny. Huge enough that the singular build now overtakes the DPS value against Fusion Electric Condensed build, even when calculating the skill cycles. I know this because I calculated the damage difference in my previous video, and I know for sure that going back to singular is better with the new pulse rate. One thing to test is, does 1,600 speed beat the grappling movement tech? Grappling movement still beats the 1,600 speed just by a little. While testing that, I found something that I'm sure a lot of people overlooked. The clip on the left is the pulse rate during grappling at 1,300 speed, while the clip on the right is the pulse rate during grappling at 1,600 speed. This only proves that speed does actually affect the grappling pulse rate. I cannot confirm this, but through the context of how Bunny produces her pulses, this could only mean that your sprint speed also increases the grappling distance. The only thing that stops it is the tether distance. But if you use the sub attack, the speed and distance does increase based on your movement speed with a minimum threshold. Again, only the devs can confirm this because I don't think we can test this in-game right now. This is important because I also included this in the damage calculation in my previous build and in this build. 0.28 pulses per second compared to 0.18 pulses per second does not look like it matters, but the damage output from lightning emission is almost doubled. This further supports the calculation that going back to singular build will now give you the better DPS output, but we still need to keep the skill cycles for electric condense. Regarding this right here, this only changes the fourth ability and it does not change the cast animation speed for electric condense. This is a nerf though because before if you have a 1,300 speed, you'll be at 1,000 speed. Now with 1,600 speed, you'll end up with 800 speed. But take note, you can't use speed of light when using the maximize power ability. How much sprint speed modifier do you need to achieve 1,600 speed as Bunny? Speed of light already gives you 50% modifier and an additive of 200 base speed. All you need is 10% from any speed sources. Brisk walk, electric condense, inversion, but for consistency, 10% sprint 10% sprint speed core from your weapon. Now that we got those out of the way, this is the updated general build. Again, we now go singular but still keep the cooldown because electric condense is still our primary source of damage even now. It's just that scaling into singular will now give us the better value. For weapons, you need a weapon that have 2 precision cores for 1 grappling and 1 speed core. I just chose Peacemaker for the Defense Master, but it's entirely up to you. Removing 1 HP module for Dangerous Ambush or even an extra MP cost reduction is okay because we are using 2-piece Hunter and Plague. If you've seen my Inez build, we determined that even when using Slayer, you will have enough effective hit points to handle mobbing contents. This set on Bunny will give you 3 HP stats and 1 defense stats, giving you comfortable effective hit points. For Void Erosion, use the same build but keep the HP module. In the showcase later, I was not using any weapons, but you can definitely use the Malevolent or the Last Dagger. That's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground.